In this video, I'm going to show you how you can work out how much capital gain you have in the current tax year or any other date period for that matter. So this is my Trading 212 Invest account and I have maxed out my stocks and shares ISA for this year. However, it still makes sense tax-wise to invest within a Trading 212 Invest account. And that is because this tax year, we as individuals get a £3,000 capital gains tax-free allowance. This means we can realize a gain of up to £3,000 without having to pay capital gains tax. Now, I've showed many times before how I utilize my Trading 212 Invest account when I have already maxed out my stocks and shares ISA. As you can see, the balance of this is quite close to £20,000. With my Trading 212 Invest account, I try to realize up to the tax-free allowance to help make it easier for me to max out my stocks and shares ISA. As you can see, I'm almost fully invested with my Trading 212 Invest account, and any capital gains I will realize, the best thing about that is I still don't have to pay tax on that. Now, if you're wondering for the tax year how much in capital gains you have already made, well, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you are new to Trading 212, you can receive a free fractional share worth up to £100. All you have to do is to press the three horizontal line menu over here, scroll all the way down until you see the section use promo code, and just enter the code JUBAIR. This works for anyone who signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days and hasn't received their free fractional share too. So there's no point in me showing this in the stocks and shares ISA as all gains are tax free. So on the Trading 212 Invest account, all you have to do is to press that three horizontal line menu. Now when you press that menu, just scroll down until you see the section history. Now over here at the top, you want to go to orders. So under orders at the top, you can see your realized profit and loss. And if you have opened the Trading 212 account this tax year, that number will just tell you how much capital gains you have realized in that tax year. However, I've had my Trading 212 Invest account for years now, so it's not going to tell me at a glance how much capital gain I've made in this tax year specifically. Now, in order to do that, on the top right corner, you can see there's a button that looks like a piece of A4 paper with a down sign. You want to go into that. And now once you've gone into that, you can actually export your history from specific time periods. So at the top where it says from, I want to press that. And I want to change this to the 6th of April. So all I have to do is to press where it says October 2025 and then go over to where it says April. Now over here, I have to make sure that I'm on the 6th of April. And this is because the tax year starts on the 6th of April and ends on the next year's 5th of April. So just press 6th of April here. Now where it says to, just press that and just leave it at the current date, and it should be in blue. As you can see, I'm filming this on the 23rd of October. Just press that. Now the date range is from the current tax year start to today's date. Now, if you just want to check out your capital gains, which is what the video focuses on, then you can actually unclick dividends, transactions, and interest. You can keep them on if you want to actually track these too. And then all you have to do is to press export CSV. Now, once you press this, you're going to have to wait a couple of minutes and they will send you a notification and an email sometimes letting you know that the CSV is ready to view. I did this yesterday, so I'm going to go into recent exports. Now over here, I can access the CSV file. And you can use your own phone. If you have an Android, you can use Google Sheets, which works fine and it's free. So I've opened this CSV file on Google Sheets. I use an Android, so it's free, but I'm sure it's free on iOS too. You can also use your computer, which is preferred for me as it's easier to see. But anyway, as you can see, you get a whole list of transactions starting from your start date to your current date, whatever you put in really. If you followed what I did, you're going to get the dates for the current tax year. And as you can see, for me, I have hundreds of fields, but that's nothing to worry about. So the most important column is where it says result, and this gives you the result of your buys and sells. For example, if it's positive, that is a positive capital gain. I've also made some capital losses as I wanted to sell out of some shares that I thought would go down more. You can see when there is a capital loss, it's just a negative number. Over here, you can see I've made a few capital losses, but that's fine because capital losses can offset capital gains. And what you really need to know for the tax year is the total. Now, all you really have to do is to go to the bottom of where it says result. I have hundreds of results, but for you, it may be a lot less. So I have around 310 fields, but as you can see at the bottom, All I have to do is to press on it, and you want to make sure you get the sum total of all of those numbers. That's going to include your losses and your gains. So all you have to do is press equal and then sum, and then if you click on the column called L, it will give you the whole entire range. For you, your result column might not be on the L column, so it's important that you put in the column representing the results field. Like I said, I had 310 fields, so what I do is go from L1 to L310. Now when I press click, it should give you my results. So as you can see, the sum total capital gain that I have this year is £1,604. I use multiple different brokers and I'm very close to that £3,000. Knowing this allows me to not go over my capital gains tax allowance, or I can make more capital losses to offset my capital gains so that I'm not paying any capital gains tax this year. As someone who wants to stay below the 40% tax band this year, I'm going to make sure that my income doesn't exceed that, and capital gains can be a sneaky way of getting past that income threshold. Remember, if you are using multiple different brokers like I am, to work out your capital gains with those brokers is going to be a completely different process. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.